Good morning, children. There is a very beautiful poem before you. The School Boy. This poem has been written by William Blake. The school boy in the poem is not a happy child. What makes him unhappy? Why does he compare himself to a bird that lives in a cage or a plant that withers when it should blossom? You know, a bird does not like to live in a cage. A bird wants freedom. So it is clear that the schoolboy compares himself to a bird who is there in a cage. The school child compares himself as a plant that withers when it should blossom. It means for his growth, the child, needs freedom. He should go in the lap of nature. This poem is about a schoolboy who is not at all happy. The routine environment at his school makes him unhappy. He compares himself to a cage bird. He finds himself imprisoned in classroom and spends his day there in sighing and dismay. He cannot concentrate in his books. He further compares himself to a plant that withers when it should blossom in spring season. He has a question for his parents: how shall other seasons, means freedom, give happiness to him when he is not allowed to do something creative in a particular season, that is school time? Here, the stanza 1 is there before you. I love to rise in a summer morning. Who is I? I is the child, the school boy. I love to rise in a summer morning, when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn. Winds means to blow horn. And the skylark sings with me. A skylark is a singing bird. You can say in Hindi, chakor. Oh, what sweet company. The child loves to rise early in the morning in summer season. He loves the songs of the birds who sing in the trees. He loves the winding of the horn of the huntsman or hunters. He loves that the songs of skylark. He says that is a very good company. Stanza 2. But to go to the school in a summer morn. What is the word? Bird. But be careful about this word. But to go to the school in a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Drives means disappears under a cruel eye outward. Cruel means unkind. Outward is to gaze with anger. The little ones spend the day. Who is little one? The school boys, the little one, spend the day in sighing and dismay. Sighing means to breathe in grief. Dismay is to feel with fear. The child does not want to go to school in the morning of summer season. He says going to school drives away his joys because he has to sit under a cruel eye. Whose cruel eye? These cruel eyes of the teachers. The little ones spend the days. He has to spend his day under a cruel eye in sighing and dismay, where he breathes in grief. His heart is filled with fear. Stanza 3. Ah, then at times I drooping sit. Drooping is languish, sad, to be sad, and I spend many an anxious hour. Anxious is restless hours. Nor in my book can I take delight. Delight is happiness. Not sit in learning's bower. Bower is arbor, worn through with the dreary shower. Dreary is dull. Shower is continuous lecture. I think you understand the words. Ah, then at times I drooping sit. The child says, he becomes sad and spend many and anxious hours. He spends his hours restlessly. He does not find happiness in his books. He does not like to sit under the continuous lecture of the teacher. He does not like in the school. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child, when fears annoy, but droop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? Annoy means tease. Tender means soft. He says, a bird has born to enjoy. He can never sing sitting in a cage. A child who is fearful for mischievous activities, he can never be happy. He compares himself to a bird and says, a bird droops his tender wings and forgets his youthful spring. In the earlier we had told that the child compares himself to a bird. Now see the last stanza is there. O father and mother, if birds are nipped. Birds means first leaf of a plant. Nipped is to destroy something at an early stage of its development. Listen again. Nipped is to destroy something at an early stage of its development. O father and mother, if birds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are striped means to deprive of covering of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care dismay. How shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? The poet tells to father and mother, if the buds are nipped and blossoms are dropped, and if a soft plant is striped or deprived of its covering, then his summer days, the happiness of his summer days, are converted into fear and pain. The child says, uh, the happiness of summer season cannot be start cannot be started, and the fruits of summer can never be produced. Now there are some questions for you. Find 3 or 4 words or phrases in stanza 1 that reflect the child's happiness and joy. It is clear, I love to rise in a summer morning, you can say. Second example, and the skylark sings with me. Third is, oh, what sweet company. So, three lines are there for you. In stanza 2, the mood changes. Which words, phrases reflect the changed mood? Oh, it drives all joy away. First. And second, in sighing and dismay. Question number 3, a cruel eye outward, stanza 2, refers to the classroom which is shabby or noisy. Second, the lessons which are difficult or uninteresting. Third, the dull, uninspiring life at a school with lots of work and no play. So, third is right. You have to mark it. Question number 4. Nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. Which of the following is a close paraphrase of the lines above? First, nor can I sit in a roofless classroom when it is raining. Second, nor can I learn anything at a school, though teachers go on lecturing and explaining. Third is, nor can I sit in the school garden for fear of getting wet in the rain. So, second is right. Nor can I learn anything at a school, though teachers go on lecturing and explaining. So, dear children, this is my suggestion to you. Read this lesson again and again. Listen this video again and again so that you may understand the lesson. One homework is there for you. Remember this poem by heart. Have you heard? Remember this poem by heart, and you have to solve or do all the exercises which have been discussed here. Thank you, children.